Hello there. Today we're looking at Pastora Sherry Cream slash Sweet. This used to be called Off Track, but then I started doing so many I said it's becoming the track. So Pastora Cream is matured in oak casks. Jerez Sherry. Sherry is anglicized English form of Jerez. A product of Spain. This is the first imported sherry I've had. Produced and bottled by Bodegas Barbadillo. Okay, Bodegas Barbadillo. Barbadillo. In España, the Kingdom of Spain, in the European Union. 750 milliliter bottle. It's got some little certificate on the back showing that it's certified to originate in Spain. Imported by Latitude Wines of Danville, California, okay. And sold at Trader Joe's. Maybe sold at other stores, I don't know. But I think it's one of these deals where it's made for them. It was $4.99 for this bottle, which, you know, is sort of cheap these days. But Trader Joe's sells cheap stuff. Some of their inexpensive beers are good, like the Black Toad, dark beer, brown beer. Not really more like a brown toad. And then some ghastly stuff like, what I'm looking at right there. Dust from the cork up here at the top. Wouldn't want that falling in. Stuff like Simpler Times, lager. I thought it was just terrible. 6.2% alcohol. It's mostly more like a malt liquor and not a good one. It's made by Minhas. It is a malt liquor. Simpler Times Pilsner. It's like a milder malt liquor, but still not good. I'd rather get Bud Ice. And for this other one here, Simpler Times Lager, I'd rather get Hurricane or the 6% Steel Reserve. And for that name tag lager, I'd rather get Red Dog, which I can't get anymore. Pretty much anything else. Okay, back to the sherry. I've had Taylor Cream Sherry. I've had Fairbanks Cream Sherry. Haven't had the Harvey's Bristol Cream, which everybody's telling me is the most popular one in England. I do want to get that one. Well, and I don't think I've had, and I've had the Christian Brothers Cream Sherry, which was very good. The Taylor, the Fairbanks are two very prominent ones. Christian Brothers is around, and there's some other brands, you know, major brands. I was looking on this company's website, okay, and I'm bringing up that stuff with the beer because at this point, the Barbadillo website, and there's all kind of wines, sherry wines. I mean, that's what they specialize in, sherry, okay. There's all kind of talk about it. They list all these brands, but not this one. Not talked about. Okay, so it's making me think, okay, well, let's look at this first. Right, chestnut color, I guess. Amber, typical cream sherry appearance. I'm thinking that these companies, this company here with this Pierre Duchesne Napoleon Brandy VSOP, also bought at Trader Joe's and couldn't find out anything about it. I saw some pictures on the internet, no information, okay? I'm thinking these companies, you know, they have their own line of sherries or brandy, and, you know, they're very popular over there in France or Spain. And then they'll make this kind of thing for private label. And it might be the same sherry, and they're just putting different names and labels on for different stores. Like Trader Joe's gets theirs, Aldi gets theirs, and that kind of thing. You know, I'm starting to suspect that. And maybe a lot of times it's not their best product, but maybe it's not their worst. And this candle's going crazy. Okay, well, just let it burn down. I'm at the end of it. Well, I'll go into this and then maybe I'll talk about that idea a little more. It smells a little strange, to be honest. With Taylor and Fairbanks, you get a rich, right at the front, nutty aroma, and it's got that distinct cream sherry thing. This has more like a fruity, almost medicinal. And then a definite alcohol pickup. It's 18%, but I don't recall picking up the booziness. Yeah, 18% in the Fairbanks and the Christian Brothers and the Taylor. Really don't. Okay. Yeah, there is a little of the nuttiness. There's a little bit of that distinctive, and it's hard to describe if you haven't had cream sherry. They have like a distinctive thing about them that it makes it's like a creaminess, but it's hard to explain. Like how would it be that way with just wine grapes? Although I know sherry is fortified wine, and apparently they even oftentimes use brandy, which is a distilled wine, to fortify it. So it's a little bit of a complicated thing. It is quite complicated, and when you read the processing for sherry, it almost is though you have to go back to college to figure it out. And then all the different grades. It's mind-boggling when you get on the website. There's a Spanish industry-wide sherry website which covers all the sherry producers in España, and it's complicated. Well, it definitely has, you pick up the full 18%, which you don't really with the Fairbanks or Taylor or Christian Brothers. It's not bad. It's just warming, you know. It's catching me off guard a little bit. I guess, you know, those are coming from New York and California, and this one's coming from Spain. So, and it originated in Spain, the sherry wines, and became so popular in England, a big trading partner of Spain. So I can't say, well, it's not authentic, those people don't know. But I mean, it is a Trader Joe's brand, so I got a feeling people would say, don't get this. Let me tell you some really great sherries from Spain. And I know they have some wonderful ones, but at least what I've read. But for $4.99, you know, it's fine. But I think I can get that same price or a little above it for the Taylor, which is Constellation Brands, who, if you get on their website, they hit the high end. I mean, really expensive wines, spirits, and beer. Ballast Point beer. And then they hit the low end like with Wild Irish Rose. And then they have this whole thing where they have tasting notes, PDF files, tasting notes for Wild Irish Rose. I almost read that. I said, let me read this. It'd be so comical, because I had that once. It was ghastly. I poured the bottle out. I said, I drank one glass, so I can't drink this. It's like a 1997 or 6 New Year's Eve. I said, oh man, who could drink this thing? Maybe I'll revisit it just for a journey down a little road of sorrows. You know, honestly, there's nothing bad about it, but there's a lot, to me, unusual about it. So with the Taylor, the Fairbanks, and the Christian Brothers, they're so similar. I mean, they have different little, characteristics. Okay, so I can't say they're all the same. They're not the same quality. I guess probably Fairbanks is your best of those three main line sherries. I know there's apparently Parmesan sherry, but or I've heard it exists. Haven't seen it. This is a little strange. I guess this would be the one I'd be least excited to get. So it's kind of like your call. If you want to go to Trader Joe's and get this for $4.99, well, I mean, I might like it more as a drink on it, really. It's just one little dip in the pond on it. The Pierre Duchesne brandy, VSOP French brandy, I don't know. The other French brandy I got, which was an oddball thing, I couldn't find out any information on it except what was on the bottle. Well, that turned out to be really dynamite. And it was $12.99 for a huge 1.5 liter. This cognac, people ask me when you're going to do cognac, a type of brandy, is Cognac Salignac. And this says Maison Fondue en 1809. This cognac house founded in 1809. Now owned by Beam Suntory, a big spirits and wine company who also owns Courvoisier and a whole bunch of other stuff like Jim Beam. Okay, so anyway, thank you for watching this. If you've had this oddball thing, Pastora cream from Trader Joe's, let me know. Yeah. Hey, interesting though. Interesting. Thank you for watching this video production.